Alright, let's start with Docker engine. Okay, now as you can see, I'm not putting any fancy slides, any presentation or whatever, because I believe actually on the practical things. Alright, so you can see that this is the official documentation from Docker. Okay, so this is the source of the information, which means that it is 100%. Alright, because this is the source of the Docker itself. Okay, now Docker engine is a client-server application with these major components. So after all, it is a client-server application. So the server, which is a type of long-running program called daemon or process or Docker D command. So the first part of Docker engine is the server. Okay, so we have the server. The server is the same as the daemon process or Docker daemon. Okay, which is the Docker D. It is the same as the SSH, which we have SSHD and SSH, the client, and SSH server. Okay, so the SSHD is the process or daemon process, which is the server. Okay, that running on the background. Another example which is the MySQL. So we have the MySQL, the client. We have the MySQL D, which is the daemon or the process or the MySQL server. Okay, and that what I'm talking about is the Linux or Mac, but in Windows they call it background process or system process. Okay, but they are the same thing actually after all. Now a REST API which specifies interface that programs can talk to the daemon and instruct it what to do. Okay, so if you can see this diagram actually, as you can see here, so you will see that we have the server, which is the Docker daemon, as we described previously. Now we have the REST API. Okay, now the REST API is the bridge between the Docker client and the Docker daemon. All right, so here you can see that it used to talk to the daemon and instruct what to do. All right, now the command line interface or CLI, the client or the Docker command, as you can see here, and this one is responsible to send the commands or to issue the commands. So Docker bull, Docker run, Docker build, whatever, all of that will be sent to the Docker daemon through the REST API. Okay, now regarding that, we will create images, build images, build images, run containers, remove containers, make volumes, networking, whatever. All right, so all of that. Okay, so you can see that here the daemon creates and manage Docker objects such as images, containers, networks, volumes. All of that will be managed from the Docker daemon. Okay, so the Docker client send the command to the Docker daemon through the REST API, and the Docker daemon will do the actions he needed. So containers, network, images, data volumes, whatever. Okay, so that's it, and that was Docker engine. So here this term, the Docker engine, well, Docker engine is not the same as Docker daemon or Docker D, okay, or Docker server, okay, or Docker client or Docker API. Okay, so Docker engine consists of these three components. So Docker daemon or Docker D or the Docker server is part of the Docker engine. Docker client or Docker CLI command line interface is part of Docker engine. And the Docker API or REST API for Docker, it is part of Docker engine. So Docker engine is a client server application that has all these major components together. Okay, so don't get confused. Alright, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next lecture.